Okay, guys, we're up to chapter 23. 22, I should say, sorry. It's titled Egg Salad Fingers and One Heavy Load. There are three major things that Charlie hasn't figured out about me yet. One, I hate tomatoes on egg salad sandwiches that he orders from Diesel's Deli. I always have to pick them off from my fingers. Two, Mama promised me a kitten for my 11th birthday, and I was going to name her Happy. Three, and this one's embarrassing, I've never learned to ride a bike. Number three is the exact reason why I'm hoofing it to Mrs. Dickerson's house, the same day that Debbie took off from the hospital to drive her and Tobin to the nursing home where Tobin's grandma lives down in Reading. It's hot today after the rain and humid too, which makes my curls even frizzier than normal. Just as I'm wishing I had braided my hair in one long braid with the orange and green yarn ribbon, I hear someone calling out behind me, "Hey, San Fran!" And I turn and see Buzzcut on a blue bike, pedaling up behind me. I hold my chin high and just keep on walking like I couldn't care less. "Hey, San Fran!" he calls again, pulling in front of me and whipping his bike in a circle. This wouldn't be a big deal on any other day, like on a day it didn't pour rain the night before, but it did, so it is. And in a matter of a millisecond, I'm covered in a fine mist of mud sprayed up from his back tire. "Are you stupid or something?" I shouted at him. "Look what you did. Where are you going?" I put my hands on my hips. "Didn't you even hear what I said?" "Yeah, I heard you. Where are you going?" he asks again, riding slow circles around me as I walk. "If it was any of your business, maybe I'd tell you, but it's not, so I won't." I try brushing off the mud, which only makes it smear. "I forgot your name," he says. "Good," I say, walking past him. "Keep it that way." He pulls up next to me again, pedaling slow to keep pace with my steps. "Fruit punch?" I ignore him. "Soda pop?" I ignore him again. "Strawberry quick?" "I can tell by the stupid smile on your face that you think you're funny, but you're wrong about that too," I inform him. "Lemonade," he calls out. "Right, I'm right? Congratulations." "I think I would have gone with strawberry quick, 'cause your hair and everything." I glare at him, and he just laughs. "So where are you going? Why don't you ride your bike?" "Like I said before, it's none of your business." "And why are you hanging out with Tobin Sky?" I don't say a word. "There's something wrong with that kid. I mean, really, what's with the hat anyway? The kid never takes it off." "Well, we think there's something wrong with you." "I mean, really, what's with you?" "If you, right? With the dumb phone calls?" He laughs again. "I don't see what's so funny. It keeps us busy in the summer." "Try rug hooking," I say. He laughs even harder. "Hey, we're playing kick the can at Nick French's after lunch," he says, as he pedals circles around me. "So?" "So you can come if you want to." "Why would I want to do that?" "You're going to be in Mrs. Santa Maria's class, right? Fifth grade? That's J-Man's mom. You'll meet him if you come today. She makes cupcakes for the class when it's your birthday and gives the least amount of homework." I shrug. "Well, you can meet some people before school starts if you want. There's going to be a bunch of us playing." I think about it. I don't know. "French lives in the blue house, third one down from the library in town. 1808, about 1 o'clock. So maybe I'll see you there." I don't say anything as I watch him pedal off, spraying mud like a sprinkler with his back wheel. At Mrs. Dickerson's, we eat tiny egg salad sandwiches that she calls finger sandwiches, even though they don't look anything like fingers. And we sip chamomile tea with honey from china cups on her front porch. "Will you tell me more about my mama when she was little?" I ask. "Oh, honey, I got millions of stories." "I want to know all of them," I tell her as I sip my tea. "Well, let's see. Did I tell you about the time your mom was the lead in the Easter production at school?" "Lead in a play? No." "Oh, it was adorable. Oh, what was that play?" She rubs her temples. "Oh, I can't recall, but it was an Easter play, and she wore a paper hat on her head." "Oh, a paper hat." Well, she couldn't remember her lines halfway through, but she made up an entirely new story. All the other kids just went with it, and the whole second half was improvised. It started off as a play about an Easter bonnet, and it ended up being a story about saving the animals of the forest. She was always about the animals. Still is, I tell her. Mama was a vet in the city." "Oh, yes, honey, I do." "How do you know?" "Oh, well, Charlie always kept close tabs on her even after she left for good. Charlie would take trips to the city and check up on her to make sure she was okay. Then, of course, when you came along, the trips were more frequent." "He did that? I don't ever remember meeting him." "You didn't." She looks off into the woods across the street. "Elizabeth just could not get over the past. And he was devastated by that. He wanted so desperately to make amends." "Well, maybe he didn't try hard enough." "Oh, He did, honey. Believe me. Mama would have forgiven him if he tried. If he'd really tried, she would have. Mama was like that. Oh, my sweet lemonade. They were both just broken to their core. Their hearts were shattered in so many pieces after Rebecca died that they didn't know how to fix it. And instead of holding on to each other through their grief with love and gratitude, their sadness came out in anger, and their anger tore them apart. I don't know what to say about that, so I don't say anything. We sit for a spell while we sip and munch on egg salad fingers. I know how hard it's been for you, Mrs. Dickerson says quietly. Life is the definition of loss, but it makes us grow and it makes us stronger. The most important thing to remember is to have gratitude for those we love and those who love us, even if it's not for the amount of time we expected it or wished for. If you don't, you can't be washed away by the sadness. You know what it feels like sometimes, I ask. Kind of like I have to carry something that's way too heavy and I can't find any place to set it down. And it makes my whole body ache. She nods slowly and closes her eyes. You may never find that place to put it down, but I promise you, the load will become lighter, and one day, you may even forget it you any longer, but it will always be with you. Elizabeth will always be a part of you, Lem. Make you stronger. She'll make you braver and more loving because of what you've carried, your task. She takes a long drink of her tea. Your task is to learn to accept your new life without forgetting the gifts of the past. These are the gifts of the new life, Lemonade. She holds out her arms. Willow Creek, Charlie, Tobin. Trust it. Embrace it. Be thankful. I think hard about her words. I'm thankful for Mama, I say, and other things too. Like what? She asks. You for one, I say, and your cookies for another. Oh, Mrs. Dickerson laughs until she wipes at some teardrops squeezing out the edges of her eyes. Black smudges appear on the white cloth napkin in her hand. Oh, Lemonade, you're so much like your mother. Do you know that? And I wipe my tears away too. I used to know it, I tell her, but I think I may have forgotten.